What's up, man?
What's going
We
on, man?
are
How you feeling this
live.
morning?
Good, man. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I know I had a good Thanksgiving because them Gamecocks came into Clemson, did what had to be done, won a tough dogfight, man. A
I
fun
know
defensive game, dude.
Lenore Sellers, man. He just had such an unbelievable game. His just ability to make a play when players weren't there. It was really cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. Obviously, we could talk as much college football as we want today, but that's actually going to be on our actual podcast on the main channel. So make sure you guys tune into that. It'll come out sometime tonight. But yeah, man, it was a fun weekend. A lot of upsets this weekend in college football, and the playoffs are going to be. I don't even know. We'll have to talk. We'll talk about it today.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who they leave in, who they leave out. But Clemson back into the ACC. We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna get interesting. You ready to go over these games?
Yeah, man. What you got first?
I got Houston at Jacksonville. Houston favored by 3.5. Under over 44. I mean, 3.5 with the way Joe Mixon's playing right now and Nico Collins being back. This seems like a lot for me to take Houston minus 3.5, right?
Yeah, I don't know. 3.5 makes me think they expect Trevor Lawrence to play.
Right.
So that could be interesting, but I know that he's still projected questionable. I haven't really kept up with that too much. Let me go double check with that how that's looking.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to play, but that's just this line seems like they are expecting him to play. But I mean, on Houston's side of the ball in fantasy, you're definitely starting Mixon, who's been this is like a crazy matchup for him. He could end up as the running back one in the week. Nico Collins, could end up being the wide receiver one of the week. And I think that if you had to start, if you needed to start or a stream, I know CJ Stroud's been disappointing, but I think this is a get right game for him. I'm willing to play just about all. But what do you think about Tank Dell?
If Trevor Lawrence is in, I mean, yeah, I guess, but this seems like a game where Joe Mixon's going to take over, and they're not going to really need to have Tank Dell in this game do a lot. I mean, that's how it's been since Nico Collins came back. He's been okay with Stephon Diggs out, but if Trevor Lawrence is in, which he is expected to play, I guess you can put him in as a wide receiver 3.
Okay, we'll go Tank Dell or Lad McConkey against the Falcons.
Give me Lab McConkey. That's a very safe floor.
I agree. Let's go Tank Dell or let's go Darnell Mooney against the Chargers.
That's tough because Darnell Mooney's been so good. I think they're probably going to need him in this game. He's supposed to be healthy. They're coming off the bye week, so I guess give me Darnell Mooney.
I would take Darnell Mooney too. Let's go one more. Let's go Tank Dell or Michael Pittman Jr.
That's awful. Give me Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman's actually been pretty good with Anthony
I
Richardson.
agree with.
I mean, it seems like Michael Pittman's better with Anthony Richardson, and no Josh Downs today, so I don't think it's the worst play. I've got him. I've got him in a few places in DFS.
On the Jacksonville side, I feel like if Lawrence is in, then Brian Thomas Jr.'s in. But the running backs, I don't want anything to do with these running backs right now. Not against this team. I don't know if this is a get right game for these running backs. I wouldn't have any of them in.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. He's been okay. He had a decent game against Detroit with Mac Jones in. They had a bye week to get healthy. So yeah, I think if Trevor Lawrence plays, you start Brian Thomas Jr. and maybe Tank Bigsby if he plays. But other than that, I think I'm good too on the running backs. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. with Trevor Lawrence. Without him, I'm not starting anybody. What about Evan Ingram?
Okay, let's say Ingram. I think if Lawrence is in, I think you could put Ingram in.
If Mac Jones is in, I feel like Ingram's probably safe enough anyway.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I guess Ingram is fine. Like, I think I'd rather have Goddard over Ingram this week. I'd rather have Hunter Henry. I think he's right on that Hunter Henry line. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hunter Henry's been okay. But I mean, like Drake May is kind of like Mac
he's been
Jones,
great.
honestly. It's kind of the same thing. So
Yeah,
Hunter Henry was good with Mac Jones, so I think Evan Ingram could be pretty good. with either of them, either
Yeah,
quarterback.
I agree. I agree. Anything else you want to go over in this game? I feel like I have Houston covering here. What you got?
Yeah, I have Houston covering. 3.5 does seem pretty low, but it is in Jacksonville, and CJ Stroud has been notoriously bad against Jacksonville.
He has. He
Honestly, I,
has.
I I jumped to this so fast, but honestly, give me Jacksonville to cover at home. The Texans without Stephon Diggs, they've looked horrible, dude. CJ Stroud's played terrible. I mean, that defense has
Yeah.
been phenomenal. Last week they had 8 sacks and a pick six and a fumble. Like they had everything you could ever need from your defense, and still couldn't get it done against Will
Yeah.
Levis. Like they lost to Will Levis with all those points.
I think this is more going to be a Joe Mixon day than it is a CJ Stroud day, but I think CJ Stroud's going to have a great game too today. Tennessee at Washington. Washington favored by 6. This is a little high with the way Washington's been playing lately. I feel like Tennessee can definitely be in this game under over 45. I'm taking Tennessee plus 6, but I think Washington wins maybe. They just lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah, divisional games. I mean, they can go. They can always go either way. We know that, but
For sure.
you're right though. The Commanders have not been playing like incredible football by any means lately, and you're seeing that because Austin Eckler's on IR.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson is expected to play, I think, but it's
Yeah,
like
he's
he's
expected
banged
to play. I
up.
think he's off the injury report last I looked.
Yeah, he's banged up, so it's like I don't really want anything to do with that. So yeah, give me the Titans to cover. You actually mentioned it earlier how consistent Calvin Ridley's been since DeAndre Hopkins has left, and I think that's a big part of their success is that you don't have a diva wide receiver just complaining to Will Levis. I think it's just letting him, kind of freelance and actually throw the football and play football.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll see Marshawn Lattimore in here, but could, be a situation where he could give Ridley a tough time if he does play, but I don't know if we've seen him yet, have we?
I don't think we have. I think there was a bye week. No, they hadn't had their bye week. Their bye week's week 14. I don't know if we've seen them yet or not. I haven't paid attention enough to the Commanders games.
I feel like it was a good pickup by him, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think Tony Pollard. I think he's a okay start. Let's go Tony Pollard or Gus Edwards against Atlanta.
Um, you beat Tony Pollard. Rico Dowdle played very well against the Commanders, and Tony Pollard's a better back.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's go Tony Pollard or Bucky Irving versus Carolina.
Man, Bucky Irving can't be stopped, dude.
Oh, I know he's insane right now.
He can't be stopped. And he's not even getting all the snaps. He's just like playing 40%, 50% snaps and still just balling out of control. So
I thought you was going to go Pollard, but yeah, I'm going Bucky Irving.
nah, Bucky Irving he's been playing very well.
Yeah. Let's go one more. Tony Pollard or I was going to say any of the Denver running backs, but I think Tony Pollard's going to go for those guys. Or Ramondre Stevenson against Indy.
Give me Ramondre. I feel like this is one of those games where Ramondre falls into the end zone 2 times, and you're like, "What? He's on my bench."
I kind
Why
of
did
felt
this
that
happen?
too, and I almost wanted to put him in DFS, but I went and looked, and he only had 13 yards rushing last week. I was like, "Yeah, I don't remember it being that bad." So I just was like,
Yeah.
I'm moving on.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think Brian Robinson, you can fire him up. He's somebody who will probably get in the end zone with Eckler being out, and McNichols elevated for some more playing time. We'll see what he does. He's a wait and see. For me, McLaurin, he's in. Daniels, he's in. Ertz, kind of right there on that Hunter Henry line too. I mean, if you want to take your shot, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with Zach Ertz in this game.
Yeah, I can see him having a pretty decent day. Who you got winning this game?
Um, I hate this game, dude. The Commanders aren't going to lose at home to the Titans. They're coming off of a tough divisional loss.
Right?
The Titans are heating up, but I think you're going to see
The scrappy.
I think Jay Daniels has made a lot less mistakes this year than CJ Stroud has, and I think you're going to see just the Commanders are going to flourish in this game. I feel like it's going to be a good game. Give me the Commanders to cover at home.
I'll take Commanders to win. I'll take Tennessee plus the 6. They've been playing a little bit better lately, and I feel like Washington's been trending down a little bit. But would have shocked me if Tennessee won? No, but it also wouldn't shock me if Washington covered. But I'll take the points.
Yeah, that's a lot. It could be a lot game.
Arizona in Minnesota. Minnesota favored by 3 points, under over 45. This is going to be a fun game, I think. I like Marvin Harrison Jr. in this game. I like McBride. James Conner is tough matchup for him, but I mean, why not? He's built for tough. You know, he's
Oh
like
yeah,
this.
not a sponsor.
He's built for it, man. This is one of them games where it's going to be like muddy, and you got to put it in 4-wheel drive. And James Conner's got 4-wheel drive, you know.
Yeah.
But I just think he's going to be. I think he gets in the end zone, but he's nobody that I'm like excited for. I'm probably a little nervous for James Conner in this matchup.
I mean, if you could pivot off of James Conner, who are you pivoting to? Like James Conner or Tony Pollard in a much better matchup?
I'll take James Conner.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I get the reasoning, but James Conner had a bad game last week against a very easy matchup. He just got extension.
Yeah.
He got a 2-year extension, so he's playing on the money now. He's feeling good about himself. He got some money, but man, I feel really bad about James Conner right now. Normally he heats up this time of year, but
I feel bad about it, but like you can't pivot away from James Conner. Like, do you really have three better options on your 2 or 3 better options on your roster? James Conner could easily get 2 touchdowns a day.
Let's go look at
scared about it?
let's go
For sure.
Let's go look in the league where one of the teams with James Conner. All right, so he has Saquon Barkley, James Conner, Nico Collins in currently. He didn't play DJ Moore. No, he does not have a third better. He doesn't have another better option. I'm not even going to read him.
James Conner's the guy you need, and you're going to have to tough it out in this matchup. But I think he's going to be fine. I think 10 is going to be the floor. If he can get up to 80 yards total and the touchdown, we'll see. I think he's going to be fine. They're going to try to get him the ball a little bit, I think, on the road. But what about Kyler Murray? How you feel about Kyler Murray?
This is the type of game where Kyler Murray goes off. He's been like, I hate to say that, he alternates between good and bad games, but he just had a bad game last week, and this is a very plus passing matchup. It's a pass funnel defense, but it is on the road again. And like you said last week, Kyler Murray's not good on the road. In Minnesota, a tough defense. The over-under being 45 to me in this game is just, it's too high, man. This is too high of an over-under to me. I mean, we're talking about teams that are barely putting up 30 points a week, 20 points a week. It was like 6-13 last week. But I think Kyler Murray could be good.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I think this is a game where I can see Marvin Harrison Jr. getting right in this game too. Things could be tough for Connor on the ground, and they have to pass. And this secondary is a pass funnel secondary. I mean, they're a good secondary, but this is the only way you can take advantage of this defense. Their front seven is just too tough. I think, I really like Marvin Harrison Jr. on the Minnesota side. Hawkinson, he's in. He's been very necessary. Aaron Jones. I feel like Aaron Jones is a great play this week. How do you feel about Aaron Jones?
I think Aaron Jones is absolutely a great play this week. And I agree with you on Marvin Harrison Jr. Like we said, dude, I mean, you saw last week, who did the Vikings play last week? Who just bled points to the wide receivers, which they bleed points to the wide receiver every week. So that's not really a surprise, but let's go look. Sorry. Yeah, they played Chicago last week. Chicago took them to overtime because of the passing game. I mean, Keenan Allen and DJ Moore both balled out last week. So,
yeah, I agree with that. Obviously, Justin Jefferson's in.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, stream.
Yeah, I think
Addison's been playing well. Hawkinson's been playing well.
Yeah, put him
Justin
in.
Jefferson.
Why not?
He's still Justin Jefferson.
Let's go Sam Darnold or Sam Darnold or Kirk Cousins against the Chargers.
Oh, man. Kurt is at home. Under over 47.5. Expecting this to be. Let me take. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I think I go. So I go Kirk Cousins there. He's gonna have a bounce back coming off the bye. We got a
I
question in the
think so
comments.
too. I think so too. But I think that's a great line. I'd be debating that all week if I was between those
Yeah,
two.
we
I
have a
think Sam
question.
Darnold has the safer floor, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I think Kirk Cousins has a safer floor because the Vikings could just run away with this game with Aaron Jones.
That's true.
We have a question in the comments from Blurpy. Nick Chubb or ETN? That's an easy Nick Chubb for me. Or look to waivers.
Nick Chubb for me, man.
If
Nick
the
Chubb. ETN, I
waivers,
just can't with those Jacksonville running backs. They've been horrible. And this is a tough front seven with Houston. The under is 44. Let's go take a look at. I know
they play the
Nick
Broncos.
Chubb hasn't been efficient, but he is the absolute goal line back. Like you watch him every week, and he's going to get all the goal line stuff. But it is against Denver. It's a tough matchup.
Yeah, it is a tough matchup, and it's in Denver too. So, yeah, give me Nick Chubb. I mean, if your waivers are just like stacked, if you could pick up, I mean, I don't know if Braylon Allen's there and Brees Hall doesn't go, I would play Braylon Allen over him against the Colts
I
or
think Brees
against
Hall
the
is going today. They
Seahawks.
say he's expected to play.
He's expected to play, but that's the line you're looking at. I mean, Jalen Warren or Nick Chubb. It's got to be Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I'd go Nick Chubb there. It's a tough matchup, but like I said, Jameis Winston will have plays where they get it in the goal line. Hopefully, Chubb will capitalize on that.
Let's
He
go.
can. He's just been a little inefficient. It's a horrible matchup, but I don't like it either. But I just can't trust this Jacksonville backfield. If it goes off, it goes off. I'm not going back to ETN or Bigsby.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
can't.
I agree. I don't think there's anybody on the waivers. I mean, unless you're just in like a very shallow league or you're in a league where
Gus
people
Edwards.
drop
If you have
somebody.
Gus Edwards on your waiver wire, I'd be picking up Gus Edwards and playing him.
Would you play him over Nick Chubb?
Yes.
I would not. I would not. I
Yes.
think.
The J.K. Dobbins is on IR.
Oh, I know. I have him. I'm sad about it. But
Yeah.
Nick Chubb
It's a much
has
better
been-
matchup on a team that wants to run the ball, and they're both inefficient.
Nick Chubb has
I'll
been
just
more
take the
efficient.
more volume. Do what?
Nick Chubb's been better though than Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards has been terrible. He had like 13 carries for 8 yards last week.
Yeah, I'll take the volume. I just don't think. I think they're the same guy as far as inefficiencies. I've watched Nick Chubb. He's not been great.
Yeah,
It's been
that's a
under 4
fair
yards a carry,
decision.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
a fair decision to have to make. Gus Edwards is a starter, so that is about the only waiver you could probably find if you're in an average league. So yeah, Nick Chubb.
I would
that's
do.
where
I would
go,
play
but
Gus Edwards over Nick Chubb.
I'd imagine Gus Edwards probably isn't on your waivers at this point.
Yeah, probably not. Not after.
He also
Bowers
asked
with Howard.
Texans, Colts, or Jets defense. I want to let you order this. I already have my order.
I would go. I think Houston. Ooh. I'm going to go Houston first
Yeah,
against
me too.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to go. I mean, the Jets versus Seattle is very interesting, but yeah, I'm going to go Houston, Jets, Colts.
I'm going Houston, Colts, and the Jets. I mean, the Colts are against the Patriots. The Patriots haven't really put up a ton of points, and the Seahawks, they love to throw the ball, and the Jets have just crumbled lately, dude. They've been so bad. Like that offense hurts that defense so bad. So I'll go Houston first. Like that's an easy first because they're against Jacksonville. But then I'll go Colts and then Jets.
I mean, I don't hate that. I just think that I really like the Jets play. I think they match up really well against these Seattle receivers, and Seattle and Geno Smith does have a tendency of turning the ball over and taking sacks. They haven't really looked the best. They look great at times, and then they look like horrible at times. I think this is a tough matchup for them, and so I don't hate you putting the Colts second, but yeah, I think we both agree that Houston is
Number
the
one
starter.
there. Yeah. All right. Well, let's.
Yeah.
We were on the Cardinals and Vikings game. Do you think we can move on from that?
Yeah, I'm taking. Give me Minnesota at home.
Yeah. Give me Minnesota
I'll
at
take
home
Minnesota.
to win and to cover.
Yeah. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Cincinnati favored by 3 over 46.5. This is going to be a fun game, man. And I'll be honest, I'm taking the Steelers to win this game because Mike Tomlin's just going to outcoach Zach Taylor. I don't think Zach Taylor's a good coach.
As much as I 100%, but This is a divisional game. It's in Cincinnati. And Joe Burrow, dude, is putting on one of the best seasons from a quarterback in the last, like, 5 years, dude.
And that's my argument. You're getting ceiling Joe Burrow right now, and you can't win games because the coaching staff is so bad. And I think that like a team like that, Mike Tomlin's going to slow Burrow down. Tomlin's going to slow Burrow down. You're not going to be able to play your ceiling against a Mike Tomlin team. He might play well, come out there throw 2 or 3 touchdowns, but he's not. But I just think that Mike Tomlin's going to outcoach him. I keep seeing these games where it's just like Zach Taylor reminds me of Staley from the Chargers last year. Just I don't know. Joe Burrow's he's killing it right now. So I don't know. I'm taking Pittsburgh, but Joe Burrow can win this game just off of Joe Burrow. He keeps them in every game though. So I see the path.
Yeah, that is true. And you saw, like, the last time Joe Burrow went against a tough defense. It was at home against Philly, and he had 1 touchdown and 1 pick. So I think in this divisional game, I don't know. I think this is a must win for the. I mean, every game. The playoffs start now for the Bengals, so I don't know, man. Russell Wilson has been okay. That Pittsburgh offense has been okay. I don't think they can do enough to keep up with the Bengals today. I mean,
I don't hate that take.
Can the Steelers put up 21 points? No.
Chris Boswell can.
Yeah, he can't.
Chris
He
Boswell
put
can do
he
it.
could put up 15 or 18, which he's done.
Yeah.
But 21 is so many
I mean,
points to ask from your kicker.
Pittsburgh shut down the Ravens offense. I think they can do it here too. I mean, I agree with everything you said though. There is a path to where Cincinnati walks in here and they just can't keep up because Russell Wilson they get in a shootout. But I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be. I think Pittsburgh and good coaching on Pittsburgh's side is going to keep them in this game. Burrow's going to make plays. He's going to make plays, but I think that Russell Wilson he don't turn the ball over much. You know, the defense keeps them in positive field position, and I think that they're going to make plays. And I don't say this Cincinnati's defense isn't that great. I mean, George Pickens can make plays against this team.
Oh, for
Najee
sure.
Harris, Hughes. Yeah, I just think they'll win on field position and just grinding like they always do. I think they win it. I don't know.
Yeah, all
It's gonna be a fun one
respect.
though. I'm really excited because I think that Burrow. It'd be interesting to see if Burrow can keep up like he's been doing.
Yeah, I think he can, dude. He's been great all year, and he has to be. He knows he has to play perfect to win every game.
Yeah, I know. I love T. Higgins. I mean, how could you not love Jamar Chase? You know,
And Chase Brown. And
Yeah, they got guys. They have
yeah,
guys.
Mike Gesicki. I mean, he's playable.
Yeah,
Everyone's playable
yeah,
all the time. Um,
for sure.
I see what you're saying. That's why I'm going to take the Steelers to cover, but I mean, you're playing everybody in this game. You're playing Najee Harris. You're playing Russell Wilson. You're playing Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and Chase Brown and T. Higgins. And are you playing Jalen Warren? I am because I have J.K. Dobbins.
I think Moore is gonna be fine.
I think he is too. He's been getting about 10 touches a game, so that's enough. That's enough for a running back 3.
Right. Seattle at New York. The Jets favored at home here. That
Nah,
seems weird, right?
nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
The
It's,
Jets are favored at home. They're like falling apart right now.
yeah, give me Seattle. I mean, dude, Seattle's actually been playing good. Their defense has looked stout, dude, and the Jets
It
have
has
been
looked better than we
crumbling.
thought. Yeah.
The Jets have been crumbling, so yeah, give me the Seahawks to come in and just easily win this game, man. I don't want anything to do with the Jets this week.
I think this line is the way it is. For one, they're at home. But for two, I really think this defense matches up really well against the Seattle offense, and I think they're gonna give them trouble. But yeah, give me Seattle here on the road. I like Kenneth Walker. JSN is like here. He's playing well every single week. Tyler Lockett is definitely taking the back seat. It's DK and JSN driving the car. So I don't know. I think I like DK, but
Yeah,
this is a
DK
tough.
had a shoulder injury. He didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday, but he had a full practice on Friday, so that's always a good sign. He's playing, he's healthy, and it's a shoulder injury too. That's not like the worst thing for a receiver, but definitely not what you want from your physical go get it receiver. But yeah, I mean, you're playing both of these guys. Like you said, JSN is here. Kenneth Walker, He scares me just because Charbonnet's like vulturing goal line touchdowns from him. But
Or what? Why?
well, no, not even touchdowns. He's not getting touchdowns. He's just like falling short every week. He gets goal line carries and he doesn't make it in.
I don't know why they keep giving him the ball.
And then they put Kenneth Walker in and they botch the snap, and he runs backwards for 20 yards. That's been Kenneth Walker's fate for the last 4 weeks.
Against this defense, I think JSN is the safest this week. Then it's Kenneth Walker, then Metcalf, and then Geno.
That's a fair. I think that's my
I think Walker will be fine, especially with. I think he'll get a lot of receptions in this game. I'm not really worried about Walker, but Metcalf, I'm worried about. This is JSN is going to be the one I feel like takes advantage of this defense more than Metcalf. Metcalf seems to struggle against very physical, like in your face, chirpy DBs like Sauce Gardner and Reed. They're both in your face, physical, talking to you. I don't know. DK tends to shut down.
He does.
Against those kind of DBs.
He turns into George Pickens and just wants to like beat him up.
Yes.
Which is great. I love it. It's so much fun to watch, but
it's funny to see, but like if I'm a fantasy manager, I'm like, God, stop.
Just run the route.
Like,
just run the route.
15 yards.
yeah,
just run the route.
For sure, man. I think
he's
like
you're blocking him 20 yards downfield, and it's a pass play. What's happening?
Dude, JSN though has been so freaking good. I mean, if you have him, you are so thrilled. Like he's in every week. Like JSN or Cortland Sutton, who would you rather have the rest of the year?
I'm taking Cortland Sutton just because it's been so good. It's been going on for longer, and Bo Nix has been killing it, but JSN could easily outscore him. I mean, he's been playing that good.
Yeah, for sure. I think you'd be happy to have both of those guys. But yeah, give me the Seahawks to go into New York and win this game. I mean, the Jets are just crumbling. Aaron Rodgers talking about
just a little crazy.
Aaron Rodgers just talking about, I'm just not going to be playing. I'll play next year, but not with this team. Like,
bro, all of his boys. He leaves Green Bay. Talking about, I don't have all the weapons. I need weapons. You're not giving me weapons. You draft Jordan Love, blah, blah. Takes all of his guys with him. And now he's about to leave there and leave all his guys there. It's like, what?
No, he's not leaving them there. That's the joke.
I know.
He's bringing them to the next place.
Nah. That's why all of them are going with him.
Yeah, he's going to the next place.
I don't know if anybody's following him after this. I think the whole ship is going down.
Yeah, we hope so, man. It's going to be sad to see, the future Hall of Famer be gone, but it's time, man. It's time for it to happen.
Yeah, he's looked pitiful.
The Chargers in Atlanta against the Falcons. The Chargers favored by only 1 point. It seems low to me. It seems too low to me. How do you feel about this game?
So you think what do you think the line should be? Chargers
-4.
They are on the road.
Or -3.5.
They're on the road against a team that we both have projected to be in the playoffs.
Because they won their division, not because they were good.
I had them winning like 10 games, I think. And I think they can still do that.
And it's worse than what I was hoping for, though, whenever we made that projection. Like, the team does not look good.
It hasn't. It's like spotty. It's like streaky.
Yeah. Like 6-38 against Denver. And 17-20 against New Orleans after they fired their coach.
I know, man.
That was their last 2 games before the bye.
What is happening?
But then they beat Tampa Bay twice.
It's so crazy. But Tampa Bay they've been banged up too with Godwin out, Evans out. It's the NFL. And
give me the better team to win.
Give me the Chargers, baby. Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers to win, dude. The Chargers are beating everybody. And with what? With what weapons? They don't have a receiver that can catch the ball other than Will Dissly. Well, this is the only guy.
Lad McConkey's been okay. He's helped.
He has been. He's been a very safe. He's been a very safe wide receiver. Which that was rude. That was rude of me to not mention him. But with J.K. Dobbins out, maybe that's why this line is where it's at. Because those guys really struggle whenever they can't pass underneath, and Gus Edwards is not that guy. Hassan Haskins is not that guy. But Kamani Vidal, he's that guy to catch in the backfield. I think he's an interesting watch. You have to be watching him if you're in fantasy football.
Yeah, I think I put him there like as a guy I'm watching. I wouldn't be trying to put him in my lineup or anything, but they definitely, like you said, Gus Edwards is not that guy. but he's going to get a lot of volume today. He's going to get a lot of maybe he's going to get some goal line work. Haskins has kind of trickled in there a little bit on the goal line. I don't even think he's gotten in, but for some reason the coaching staff seems to think that Haskins is a guy who can get on the goal line. But they are starving for help at this position. What they want to do with their identity, they want to run the football. So yeah, keep your eyes on Kamani Vidal Sassoon. I think he's somebody who could he's somebody who could he's somebody who could he could come up. He could do a little something.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. But the Chargers, dude, they've been so good. You're gonna see they've had the week to plan without J.K. Dobbins, and I think it's gonna be okay. I mean, it sucks that they lost him, but give me the Chargers to win on the road. I think this is going to be a handed.
I think they win. I
think
Herbert's just going to do enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great. He's just so good.
To think that, yeah, he just makes plays, man. The defense is going to keep him in here, and the thing is the Falcons do so bad against tough defenses like this. You know, they almost have to beat you down, like beat soft teams down. This ain't a soft team. This team is like a physical team. I'll take the Chargers win here on the road, but
as far as
I don't know.
As far as fantasy goes, I mean, Kirk Cousins, you can play him because look at the over-under, 47.5 points at home for Kirk. It's a 1 o'clock game. This is like the best time to play Kirk Cousins. Darnell Mooney, put him in. Drake London, put him in. Kyle Pitts, put him in your bench. Put him on the waivers. I don't care. Put him in the trash can. He's done. He's done.
Don't stink out with the waivers.
He's done, man. He's about. If Jonnu Smith does it again for me, he might be going to waivers.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him on the waivers. He's somebody who needs to be on your team, but you got to wait. You know,
Courtland
Sutton felt like this earlier in the year.
Yeah, but Courtland Sutton was getting 10 targets a game.
If we're talking about the tight end position here,
should I read you these numbers? Should I read you these numbers? Because it's bad.
Oh, I know it's been bad, but the whole team has been bad for the most part.
The last 3 weeks,
we just talked about how they lost to the Saints, how they lost to who did those two again? The Saints and who was the other team?
The
Denver
Broncos,
getting blown out by Denver.
The Broncos have been very good, but I didn't expect that. But let's talk about this Kyle Pitts line against Dallas. 27-21, they won the game. 1 target, 11 yards. All right, and we're going to go against New Orleans. They lost.
You knew who he was when you drafted Kyle Pitts, so you're on the ride. Congratulations.
They lost. I'm not on the ride. I got Jonnu Smith, and he's in, and he's giving me 17 points a week.
I'm talking to the people as a general, people in the audience.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you got him, like you knew what ride you was getting on.
Oh,
you were fortunate enough to get off the ride.
I got
off. You got a helicopter come pull you off the ride.
I traded him week 2.
Yeah, you was still going up. You was going. You ain't hit the drop yet.
Yeah.
You was like, get me off this thing.
Yeah, he had 1 bad week, and I'm like, all right, I'm doing something different here.
Yeah, you saw it for sure.
I saw it quick. Yeah. Then he did have against New Orleans. They lost 17-20. Which is a scary reason to not have targets. He had 6 targets, 4 catches, 55 yards. That's serviceable. But like for a guy that had 2 touchdowns and 91 yards 2 weeks ago, you expect more. And then 6-38, he had 1 catch for 9 yards.
But everybody else's stat line was horrible in that game too. I get it, but he's Kyle Pitts, man. If you feel good about it this week, start him. Otherwise, he's on the bench.
Yeah, I think Kyle Pitts, here's what you're going to have to do with Kyle Pitts. If you have Kyle Pitts, you start him every week, and you just hope you get lucky and catch that 20-point week. Because he's going to give another one. He's got 1 more 20-point week in him, but the rest of the weeks are going to be about 4 points. You can either call your shot,
100%.
Throw him in randomly. This is a game you could throw him in. I think those physical games, you're going to need a guy like Kyle Pitts. But I thought the same thing against Denver. He had 1 catch for 9 yards, so... I'm giving you the confidence to start Kyle Pitts this week. I'm giving you the confidence. If you have to do it, do it.
I'd start Hunter Henry over Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I would too.
Kyle Pitts or Will Disley?
Oh, Will Disley. They just lost J.K. Dobbins.
Okay,
Will Disley's going to feast.
We're on the same page.
Dude, if that's the case, you can drop Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is gone, dude.
He's the guy you got to just bury on your depth chart, like Calvin Ridley did me for the first 6 weeks.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm only going to drop Kyle Pitts if I'm playing against people that already have tight ends.
I mean,
Because
you definitely could like throw him out there for a landmine for sure.
Because you cannot drop Kyle Pitts and let the guy you're playing against pick him up and play him against you. Because you know what will happen.
That's my point. That's my point.
Or you can do that. I don't know. That seems like a good strategy, honestly. Like,
so should I start him then?
should I just drop him and let somebody start him so they get 1 point?
I don't know. He's a mystery, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to answer those questions for
give
him,
me
though,
the Chargers. Give me the Chargers to win. I started Jonnu Smith, dude. It's been great. I feel so good every week going and knowing I have a great tight end that's just stealing all the work. And you know what the best part is? They throw Jonnu Smith the ball. It bounces off his hands, but guess what? I also have Tyreek Hill in the end zone to catch the touchdown. So it's just win-win for me. For you. What do you got next, man?
Indianapolis at New England. Indianapolis favored by 2.5, 42.5 under over. It's at home for New England. I mean, who knows what happens in this game? It's something I would rather stay away from. I mean, I guess I favor Indy's looked better. But this is going to be – New England's been in every game for the most – other than the Miami game, but we know Miami beats up on soft teams. I think that New England will stay in this game. I don't think they win. I think Jonathan Taylor feasts, and I think maybe Alec Pierce can make some plays on the back end. Michael Pittman Jr. is going to be necessary. You know, I'd have him in over Tank Dell. We talked about that earlier. Where are you at with this game? What's the standouts in fantasy that you're looking for in this game? Who has the best games or the best week?
So in my opinion, I mean you have no Josh Downs. That hurts. I mean that's a big loss for Anthony Richardson. And I think you're going to see them struggle to move the ball. But I think that's really good for Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman should both be in your lineups this week. I mean, like Michael Pittman or Tank Dell this week.
I think we said that one earlier. I think we both went Michael Pittman.
Oh, yeah, we did say that earlier. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't really want to play Tank Dell. But, I mean, I guess you can if Trevor Lawrence is in. But, like, yeah, with Michael Pittman, who else to throw the ball to? Jonathan Taylor? Gigantor?
Maybe. I mean, he got 0 receptions last week, so
Alec Pierce?
not. Alec Pierce is going to get 4 targets.
That's too many. I'm thinking like 2 or 3.
These are usually around that 3-4 range, I feel like.
You got to think Josh Downs was out for the first half of the year, and Alec Pierce didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Neither did Michael Pittman.
I think that's where I'll check out in this guy. I don't want to start Richardson. I'm good with Michael Pittman. I'm good with Jonathan Taylor. On the other side of the ball, Hunter Henry and Ramondre.
Yeah, I mean, Drake May, you could throw him in, but I don't know who the receivers are. I mean, what's it, Keyshawn Boutte and
they have a
Douglas?
carousel.
Is Demario Douglas even in? Is he hurt?
Yeah, he's in. He's expected to play today.
Okay, so, yeah, I mean, sure, you can start Drake May, but you probably don't like it.
Nah, Hunter Henry's the one that I'm
Henry.
I think Henry's for me, player. I'm checking out.
Yeah. I mean, the number one wide receiver on both teams and the running back.
Who you got winning this game?
With Josh Downs being out, I think Anthony Richardson's been playing good. It's on the road. I mean, this is a big game for Anthony Richardson. If he can go out here and win this game, I think he's going to give a lot of life to the fan base. But I think it's the same thing for Drake May and the Patriots. So it being at home, I want to call for a Patriots upset, but I just can't do it, man. They don't have enough weapons on the offense to make this work. So give me the Colts.
I think Jonathan Taylor is the game breaker for me. I think that's what's going to.
Yeah.
They can lean on him against this defense, and it's just going to be too much. You know, if New England had some sort of identity like that on the offense, maybe they'd win this game. But I can't. I gotta go with the Colts here.
It also doesn't help that New England doesn't have anybody to like contain the edge like they did with Matt Judon. That really hurts. So you're going to see Anthony Richardson be able to extend those plays and convert those third downs, and that just makes Jonathan Taylor even better. So, yeah, give me the Colts to win this on the road. And give me the cover. I mean, 2.5 points, you know.
I agree. Tampa Bay at Carolina. Tampa Bay favored by 6.5, 46.5 under over. Love the running backs in this game. Both of them are Rashad White. Tucker is somebody who, like, I guess you could like in deep leagues you could put him in the flex, but other than that, you're kind of
Sean
asking for the touchdown.
Sean Tucker
But
or Jalen Warren?
Jalen Warren,
Okay, a little safer.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, I don't hate
Equal
that.
chance to get into the end zone, I think, and one's a little safer.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you there. Keep going.
Yeah, I think Bucky Irvin's going to have a fantastic day. I think Rashad White is too. Mike Evans and Baker, I mean, that's fun in like a tournament play. I think they're going to both have a phenomenal first half, and maybe this game is more competitive than we expect because of the upward trending of Young at quarterback playing a lot better on the other side. Hubbard's there, Jonathan Brooks is there. I could see Carolina trying to make this a divisional scrappy game. So maybe they need Baker and Evans more than we realize in this game. But I think the Bucks win. Covering seems like they're expecting Tampa Bay to be 100% back with Evans back. Doesn't that seem like 6.5 seems like a lot? Kind of. It is Carolina.
I think 6.5 is too much. I think it's way too much. The
I
Panthers
feel like
kept
it's too
up.
much too.
The Panthers kept up with the Chiefs last week, which the Chiefs haven't been, some fantastic football team, but dude, the Panthers are a
They're
sneaky pick
yeah,
to win this week. I almost want to call for the upset. I mean, it's a divisional game in Carolina. This fan base is starting
they've
to
been
show
playing
life.
better.
Defense is playing
Yeah.
pretty decent. The running game's legit. Chuba Hubbard is a legit 5 yards a carry running back. And Bryce Young has looked
He has to
very
get Jonathan
competent,
Brooks to
dude.
help him out now too.
And Bryce Young
Yeah.
looks super competent. I mean, Xavier Leggett, David, was his name? David Moore, the wide receiver
Yeah,
caught a
yeah.
touchdown last
Receiver
week
played
against the
well out.
Chiefs. Yeah, it does suck that you have Jatavian Sanders, who got hurt, the tight end, with a bad neck injury in that game.
Yeah,
But
I saw that. Good. Right.
Grass
horrible.
neck. Oh god.
God, it looked painful.
But
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of good things for Carolina in the past few weeks. They came out was competitive against the Chiefs. I think Tampa wins this game on the road. I think the two running backs and Baker's been playing amazing without all of his weapons. Now that you give him a deep threat, Otten's a great play. I love Evans this week. Both running backs. Yeah, give me Tampa to win, but I don't think they cover for all the reasons you said about Carolina. I think that this is a divisional game. It's going to be close. It is at home for Carolina, and I think that the 6.5 is a lot of points for a team that's been looking better.
yeah, I agree with you 100%. Give me the Bucks to cover, or give me the Bucks to win but not cover. Um,
Yeah,
I think the Bucks should be on the path to come back and win this division. I mean, they've had
yeah, I
some.
agree. I
They
agree,
went on a big loss
especially with the way the
streak.
Falcons been playing.
This is a big game for them. This is a must win for them if they want to win this division. So yeah, give me the Bucks to win this game.
Anything else you want to go over in this?
Xavier Leggett is a great play this week. Xavier Leggett, David Moore. I mean, I feel like you can start. There's
He's a
multiple
great play.
starts.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the Bucks give up points.
yeah. I think there's multiple great starts. I mean, Bryce Young is not a terrible streamer. Would you go Bryce Young or Drake May in different games?
Oh, that's interesting. I would go. Give me. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I think I lean. Give me Young. It's a higher under over,
Yeah, I'm with you there. Give me Bryce Young.
but they are
Um,
giving Tampa more points too. So I don't know. It's close. That's a good line though.
yeah, it is. I think I'll take Bryce Young there too. He's got better weapons, and it's against the worst defense.
Yeah. That's where I was leaning to. The Rams at the Saints. Rams favored by 3 under over 49. I thought this is a get right game. Not get right game for the Rams because we already know they're a good team, but they're going to win this game. I think that you start all the Rams, except the tight end position, obviously. Stafford's a good play. I'd take him over Young. I'd take Stafford over Sam Darnold.
Yeah, yeah.
Kirk
Give me
Cousins.
Stafford.
Where we at with Stafford?
Give me Matt Stafford over Sam Darnold
Me
and
too.
Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins. I mean, the
Same.
higher
The under is
under.
49, and they're gonna kill it.
Yeah, I think this is a great game for Matt Stafford. I mean, both wide receivers are healthy. Kyron Williams is healthy. The Saints have been putting up points, dude. This is going to be. There's a reason why this over-under is so high. I think it's going to be a great game, man.
Oh yeah.
What's up with the Saints though? They're back. You know.
I know it's crazy. The coaching bump is staying around.
It is. It is staying around.
They've been scrappy. Taysom Hill's been out. He's been crazy, and I think Alvin Kamara gets into the end zone this week. It's been since like week 6 or 7 since he scored. I think he gets back into the end zone. Derek Carr's nobody I'm looking to stream this week.
Taysom Hill.
I think it's. What about MVS? What do you think about MVS this week?
You can leave him wherever you left him last week. Just
probably accurate. A lot of buys last week. Some people, well, he was on bye last week, I think.
Well, yeah, he was.
That's a good point.
It's just
That's a good point. So leave him on the bench.
yes, that's what I was saying. Yeah, you can. You remember in Toy Story whenever he got the Buzz Lightyear toy and he just throws Woody to the ground. That's what you're doing with MVS.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yeah. That's it. That's MVS.
When Olave comes back, that's what it's going to be.
There's another game. We have a player just like that coming up. So, oh, we've already passed it, didn't we? We talked about the Titans already.
Yeah, give me all the Rams. On the New Orleans side, I'm just trying to start Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill, and then I'm done.
Yeah. Chris Olave comes back in 2 weeks. Supposed to, just in time for your fantasy playoffs. Just in time to go out there and get a concussion and fumble.
Just in time for you to put him in and him to give you one and go out with a concussion.
And give you -2 because he fumbled on his concussion.
Fantasy is like, it's brutal, man. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think.
It doesn't at all. But dude, you could play Kamara and Hill. You might be able to play MVS, dude. You might be able to.
I can't do it. I don't got the guns.
I mean, who are they throwing to?
Mason Tipton? Shakir, though.
Mason Tipton?
MVS or Tank Dell?
Oh, Tank Dell. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
That's not even close.
I think I'll leave Tank Dell too, but
I'm not. That's not even close.
But it's fun to ask.
I mean, you saw Tank Dell last year was legit.
Derek Carr can throw the deep ball now.
Yeah, so can C.J. Stroud.
That's true.
Give me the better quarterback and the better player on the better coached offense.
I'm taking Tank Dell too, but it's fun to play around with.
I'm gonna laugh whenever
Philly
has
Baltimore?
2 for 2 touchdowns and 100 yards.
Right. You're gonna be like, dang, no.
It's gonna be like the Nick
Philly
Westbrook
Baltimore favored by 3. This is an interesting line. I love this game. 50.5 under over. I mean, they're expecting this to be juicy. Start all of them. I mean, everybody. Flowers, Barkley. Smith not expected to play. I think that makes Goddard and A.J. Brown more necessary for this team. Saquon is going to get like 20-plus touches. So is Henry. I mean, what's your expectation?
We did our predictions. If you guys want to go back and listen to that was right before the season started. I picked the Ravens to win this game because it's in Baltimore. We expected the Derrick Henry bump. We expected Zay Flowers to have his second-year breakout, which he has been. He's number 5. He's the 5th most receiving yards in the league. But, dude, for some reason, I just have this lingering feeling that this is the type of a game that the Ravens just can't win, man. As much as I want to pick the Ravens to win this game, like, taking bias out of it, obviously I think the Eagles are going to win every week, whatever. But, like, taking bias out of it, I feel like my heart is telling me that the Ravens – my brain is telling me the Ravens – or my heart is telling me the Ravens should win this game. My brain is telling me that the Ravens can't win this game.
Yeah, if they come out and played like they did against Pittsburgh, that was on the road in a tough place, but
this is at home.
They definitely won't win this game if they come out playing like that. I think I picked Philly to lose this game. I think Baltimore gets it done because it's at home. It's been a while for Philly.
What's been a while
since they've lost a game? When's the last time Philly lost? Did they lost 2?
Yeah, they lost week 4 against Tampa Bay before their bye week with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith out.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a fun game. Could go either way. I guess I'll lean Ravens at home, but I have a feeling that Philly could easily win this game. This
This
should be a
Ravens this Ravens
plus one
defense is
minus one to
soft.
me.
This Ravens defense is soft. Philly put up
It is.
37 points on the road against the Rams last week.
We're gonna see how bad their front seven or good their front seven is. We know the secondary is horrible. AJ Brown should feast tonight or today.
Well, I want to
But
quote. I want to quote my boy Khalil Mack. Derrick Henry isn't that hard to play against, as he has 140
yeah,
yards and 5 yards of carry. He's not that hard to
that's
play
bold
against.
to say.
That's crazy. So crazy.
That's bold to say, man. This is
Give me
Derrick Henry just can go off right.
dude. You know
Have a
what?
touchdown.
You know what? I'm gonna be a homer, man. Give me the Eagles to go into Baltimore and win this game. They're on fire. The defense is freaking legit, dude. We have to stop
Yeah, it
Derrick
is.
Henry,
It's gotten better
obviously.
week by week.
But if we're shutting down
The
Cooper Kupp and
DBs,
Puka
yeah.
Nakua, what do you think is going to happen to Zay Flowers and Nelson Aguilar?
It's a good point, but they don't have a Lamar Jackson and a Derrick Henry. That's the identity. It's so hard to when Lamar Jackson fakes that ball to Derrick Henry. It's so hard not to bite. It makes things so open for a guy like so quick and shifty like Zay Flowers to give it. It gives him so much space and Andrew so much space and I feel like and when you do play and when you don't play action, I mean, how do you stop Derrick Henry? But I think this Phillies defense, like you said, is getting a lot better. It's improved every week. The DBs are playing lights out. They've shut down top tier guys, and I think that Philly we're gonna need more out of AJ Brown and Hurts today. I think Barkley's he's gonna get his opportunity.
He
You know what I'm
always
saying?
does, yeah.
He's gonna get 20 plus touches, and he should. And
He's
it'll be
going
a
to have.
fun game, man. Yeah, it's
Go
gonna be a
ahead.
fun game. I don't know. I think I'm basically done with this game. I mean, it's super exciting. Lamar Jackson has his hands full in this game. It's gonna put a lot of pressure on Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. If Derrick Henry can't get it going in this game, it could be tough. Like if Philly gets up big or gets a point lead or a 10-point lead early, and they've had to force Lamar Jackson to be one dimensional and keep Derrick Henry on the sidelines and have Justice Hill out there, then I think that's where you're gonna start seeing. I think that's a bad path for Baltimore. They
let
got to
me
stay ahead of the chains. And
let me call back to last year whenever Philly was what 11-1 or whatever they were 2 years ago when they were 11-1. It just felt like they
yeah,
were not that team. They cannot win big games. Like I had this overwhelming feeling that they could not win big games, and that's how I feel about the Ravens
I
right now,
know.
man. Like the Ravens are favored at home, and Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson's MVP, the third MVP season, and he's just playing so good. But the Eagles, I don't. This is one of the first times in a long time I hadn't felt about the Eagles like I don't have imposter syndrome with the Eagles this year. We have a
And I
legit
think
run
Saquon
game.
Barkley is the reason why. Saquon
Well,
Barkley can close games out.
I think it's because we finally have a good secondary.
Yeah,
We
definitely,
have a
definitely.
young
That's
secondary.
one of
We
the
are shutting
difference.
teams
Yeah,
down, dude. This defense is one of the best in the league, if not the best. And that's why
yeah,
we're
for
winning
sure.
games so easily. I mean, your defense is wearing their team down, and they're having to go 3 and out, and then Barkley's just like, yeah, I can run a 70-yard touchdown whenever I feel like it.
I think that I think that if Philly wins this game, you're going to come away going, the reason why they won this game is because their secondary was so much better than Baltimore's.
Exactly. This is a defensive battle. I mean, yes, we know Baltimore's capable of putting up points, but we saw what happened, like you said, against the physical defense in Pittsburgh. They couldn't put up that many points
Yeah,
because, well, the defense was just better. They lost the defensive battle. And the difference
definitely.
between that is
Anything
that,
else you want to go over with this game? I mean, I feel like it's definitely the most exciting game of the week.
yeah, give me the Eagles to come into Baltimore and upset, but also give me the over.
Yeah, I like the over too. I'm gonna take Baltimore at home, but I, I don't. I'm gonna be just excited to sit down and watch this one.
I know, right?
I think there is something to what you're saying though about Baltimore struggling. We saw it against Pittsburgh, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. San Francisco at Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 6.5. God, man, when's the last time we seen San Francisco underdog by 6.5 points? 44.5 under over. Give me Buffalo at home.
That's
I
it.
don't. I don't know if they cover. Give me the points. Give me the points, but Buffalo wins at home.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I agree with you. Buffalo definitely at home, but yeah, 49ers in the points. I mean, Brock Purdy's expected to play, barring no setbacks. So 6.5 does seem like a lot, but I mean, come on, man. If you got Jawan Jennings, you got George Kittle, you got CMC, Debo Samuel, Brock Purdy's healthy. This should be a lot
No
closer than six
excuses.
and a half points. This should be a lot closer than 6.5
Yeah,
points.
that's what I'm thinking too.
So, yeah, but give me the Bills to win at home. You're starting everybody in this game. You're starting all the 49ers. Um, you're starting, obviously, you're starting Josh Allen and James Cook. Um, Khalil Shakir, how do you feel about him this week?
This is coming off the bye, right? With Amari Cooper, in theory, should be more integrated into the offense. Dalton Kincaid is expected to play, I believe. I mean, Shakir's somebody he's getting all the underneath routes. He's been necessary for picking up first downs. He has great hands. He's somebody, I mean, if you want to throw him at him or Tank Dell.
Give me Khalil Shakir. He's a
Uh
lot safer. He's incredibly safe.
I I agree. I agree. The floor is definitely way higher for Shakir. How about Shakir or Xavier Leggett?
I'll go Shakir.
Shakir or Michael Pittman Jr.? It is a snow
Mm,
game.
I'm going Shakir. Dude, Shakir, let me read you his last 6 weeks.
Think
10, 15, 8, 8, sorry, 8, 9, 11.
I'll take Shakir.
Shakir's been
Shakir
incredible.
or one more, Lad McConkey versus the Falcons.
I'll go Loud McConkey.
I'll go Lad McConkey there as well.
It's a better
Yeah, I
floor,
think
same
this is going
floor,
to be a
better
game
volume.
where it's in Buffalo. It's in Buffalo. It's cold. San Francisco got to travel far for this. Buffalo's winning this game, but 6.5 just seems like too much. I think they're going to lean on McCaffrey, whether he looks back to normal or not. I don't know, but um, they're going to they got to get right. The 49ers is now or never. If they lose this game, I guess they're still in it, but like it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good
Yeah.
now.
Nah, if they win this game, I mean, if they win this game, they still probably won't make the playoffs. But if
I
they, because the
know.
NFC has got some decent teams in it, but yeah, give me the Bills to win. They're shutting the 49ers. They're sending them home, man. They're not making the playoffs this year.
Debo Samuel, I feel like you can play him. I know
Purdy's in, so
it's
yes, you can play
been
him.
yes, there you go, there you go, and same with all the other guys on the offense. Buffalo, Kincaid. I think Kincaid. I still believe, man. I know I'm the last one that believes in him, but I think he's going to have a pretty decent day here. It's not somebody I'm forcing in my lineup. Kincaid or Hunter Henry.
I'll go Hunter Henry.
I'll go Hunter Henry as well. Kincaid or Dallas Goddard.
I'll go Dallas Goddard.
I'll go Dallas Goddard as well. Kincaid or I would do that. I would force him in over guys like I think he's probably a tier below Michael Pittman. So whatever guys would be there.
Yeah, I think that's
Like
fair.
give me
Tank Dell or Amari Cooper.
I think I would just go Amari Cooper and just try it.
Yeah, I'm probably going Tank Dell there. I just don't believe in Amari Cooper right now. It's just not like he's not integrated into the offense yet.
Yeah.
They're coming off the bye week, but
That's fair, but
I need
yeah,
to
that's
see it
fair.
first. I need to see it first.
That's fair. Yeah, I think I'll go Tank Dell now that I think about it. You just gotta wait and see. I think that's my point because the more I go down this list, it's hard to find guys like Jordan Addison. It's Addison. I guess I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Does Debo Samuel give you 13 points today?
Uh, yeah. I think he gets a touchdown today. I think if they bounce back.
You
So
think you
yeah, I
think he
think he
gets a
made the right
touchdown?
decision.
Oh, you think I made the wrong decision? I think I made the right decision. 12 and a half,
No,
12.7 is
I think
great.
you made the right decision. You got the points, and I think you made the right decision. But I think
Yeah.
Debo can explode today.
Well,
But
I
he
think we're
also
gonna
could have
get.
gave you two.
Well, it is a snow game, but I think he's going to get a lot of carries. I think he's going to be very physical this game.
I agree with that.
So I think Dio Samuel could be a very fun play, but and I hope he is. I hope he comes back to being great. But how do you feel about Jawan Jennings in this game?
Sure, play him. He's been playing great.
Yeah, with Brock Purdy, he's awesome. Yeah, I think Jawan Jennings is a good play. Yeah, 7 catches for 80, 7 catches for 90, something like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, for sure. The Browns in Denver against the Broncos. The Broncos -6 at home. It makes so much sense. I mean, yeah, the Browns have had some scrappy wins, and Jameis Winston's been playing very well, but can Jameis Winston get it done on the road against the Broncos? A tough Broncos defense this week on Monday night?
No, I think the line is where it should be. I think that Jameis is going to turn the ball over a lot against this Denver. This Denver defense was solid. Bo Nick's been solid. They're what they are. I'm trying to stay away from that. I don't want Javonte Williams. I don't want Estime or McLaughlin. They don't know what they have. They need to run it back desperately. But Cortland Sutton and Bo Nix, I mean, fire them up. They've been consistent for like 6 straight weeks. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a perfect take. Cortland Sutton has just been ridiculous, dude. He's getting so many targets, and he's bringing in all of his targets. He makes every catch that he needs to make. Just we saw this last year with Russell Wilson on the Broncos, and we were like, we knew it. We tried to draft Cortland Sutton. He was just a great pick. So, yeah, Cortland Sutton's going to be awesome with Bo Nix, a gunslinger. But like you said, the running backs, no thanks, dude. I mean, yeah, maybe Javonte, but I'm just staying away from it. I mean, I'd much rather have Nick Chubb in the same game.
Yeah, I agree with that. Give me Denver, but I don't think they cover. 6 is a lot. I can see them covering more than I can see any of these other like 6.5s and 6 points, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of points. I guess they are at home. I'll take Denver, but I'll take Cleveland plus the 6.
You know how we always like see these old quarterbacks like Joe Flacco come in, they play against some young coach that hasn't seen that solid quarterback in a long time, or have never seen that solid quarterback, and it just thrives. Well, yeah. Sean Payton has seen this style of quarterback. He knows what Jameis Winston is. Sean Payton's going to shut down Jameis Winston, dude. Give me the Broncos to cover at home. They've been dominant, dude. I mean, you saw him shut down Kirk Cousins 2 weeks ago. I wouldn't be shocked.
Like I said, I think they have a chance to cover more than most of these teams that where the spreads so big, like Carolina 6.5. Like, I think the Bucs are safe. I mean, I think Carolina. Yeah, I don't think the Bucs are going to cover 6.5. They could, but like, I think Denver has a real good chance of covering. But I'll take the points because it's the NFL. Jameis Winston tends to find a way to make games scrappy. He did against the Steelers and the Ravens. So why not?
But he didn't against the Saints because he got blown out by 30 points.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So weird.
It is very weird, but what about the receivers in this game for the Browns? Who do you got? Who do you want to start like? I mean, Jerry Jeudy
1,
Elijah
Tillman
Moore.
2. I go Jeudy 1, Tillman 2, Moore 3. That's how I would do it.
That's quite fair. What about David Njoku? Where does he fit in that?
I'm playing Njoku over probably. It is a tough matchup. We saw they did against Kyle Pitts for whatever that was worth. Kyle Pitts probably done that to Kyle Pitts, but
yeah.
And Njoku's a guy who I want to play over most tight ends. Like, I'd rather play Njoku over Kincaid, Goddard, Otten against Carolina, or Njoku against Denver.
Give me Otten against Carolina. Good matchup.
I'll take Otten there as well. Njoku or let's go Hawkinson. That's Hawkinson all day. Let's go Njoku or Evan Ingram.
Give me Evan Ingram there.
I'll take Njoku. I think Njoku's look really, really good.
I like it. There's our line.
Drop pass.
That's our line right there for sure. You got anything else?
Anything else you want to go over this game? I mean, I feel like, yeah, I can see that for sure. You want to go over some DFS?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go cash lineups first.
I'll let you go ahead and read yours off if you want to.
You want to alternate with quarterback? You got cash in tournament?
Yeah, that works. That works. I got my pulled up right.
All right, well, quarterback, I have Baker Mayfield against the Panthers at 6,600.
Okay, nice. At quarterback, I got C.J. Stroud against Jacksonville, 6,400.
I like it. At running backs, I have Chuba Hubbard and Aaron Jones.
Okay, nice, nice. At running backs, I have Bucky Irving for 5,800 and Rashad White for 5,300. Going with
Okay.
both the Tampa running backs today.
At wide receiver, I have Mike Evans, Harrison Jr. at 6,000, and Michael Pittman for 5,200.
I like that. I got the Nico Collins stack at 7,900 paired with Puka Nakua at 67 or 7,600 and Marvin Harrison Jr. for 6,000.
Nice. At tight end, I have Zach Ertz at 3,800.
I have Dallas Goddard for 4,300.
And the flex, I have Aaron Jones. Sorry, I have Chase Brown at 6,200.
I like that play. I got him in a tournament. In the flex, I have Gus Edwards for 4,300. We went to the bottom of the barrel.
That is the bottom of
Going
the
volume
barrel.
over.
I like it. For DST, I punted completely, and I took Jacksonville against Houston. Um, Houston cannot beat Jacksonville. They struggle, and it's in Jacksonville. I think this could be a scrappy game where we've seen Houston just lose.
I got Tennessee at Washington. Washington kind of trending down here a little bit, and Tennessee playing a little bit better.
I like it. I like it. What about tournament? Who you got quarterback for tournament?
And, in tournament, I have Jalen Hurts for 7,700 against Baltimore.
Okay, I have Bryce Young for 4,700 against Tampa Bay.
Oh, that's fine. I have a running back. I got Bucky Irving for 5,800 and Gus Edwards again for 4,300.
For running back, I have Saquon Barkley at 8,500 and Joe Mixon for 8,000.
Oh, nice. I got the AJ Brown stack at 8,300 with Calvin Ridley at 5,700 and Alec Pierce at 4,900.
For wide receiver, I have Xavier Legette with the stack with Bryce Young for 5,100. Quentin
I like
Johnston
that.
against Atlanta for 5,000. And
He can't do any worse than he did last week.
and Alec Pierce for 4,900 against the Patriots.
Alec Pierce just seems like such a he can catch two for two touchdowns.
Yeah, he could. He could.
And tight end, I got Dallas Goddard again with a double stack, 4,300.
At tight end, I have Taysom Hill for 5,000.
I had him in my lineup at first. He seems really, really, really good. In the flex, I got Chase Brown for 6,200.
I also have Chase Brown in the flex at 6,200.
And I have the Jets defense for 2,500 against Seattle.
I have the Patriots defense for 2,500 against Anthony Richardson and the Colts.
Okay, we really went in a different direction today. It's gonna be fun to see.
Yeah, for sure. I like it, man. I like it. You got anything else you want to go over?
No, I think I'm good, man. It's gonna be fun. I got a lot of points to make up this week in fantasy. Hopefully, my guys can do it. I got the guys that can do it, but you came out strong right out of the gate.
Yeah,
So all your Dolphins players.
all the people I was worried about, they delivered for me, man. I was worried about my receivers, and I was worried about the tight end. We came out strong. We came out real strong. So, well, a lot of football to be played. A lot of football to be played. Yeah, I hope everybody.
Been fun, and I'm excited to watch this game today.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, and yeah, stay tuned. We'll have our college football playoff predictions coming out tonight, so we'll see you guys there.